Here's a girl with spring in her step and hope in her heart, but the wasteland crushes hope in a heartbeat. What happens when Lucy steps into the meat grinder? Let's just have it how it is, legends. She is adorably naive. Watching her frolic around the wasteland with a beaming smile on her face and hope in her heart is so endearing. It's also quite tragic. The wasteland is a horrendous place. The creatures roaming the wasteland are horrifying, that's a given. But the people, they're straight up savage. Poor Lucy. The wasteland puts her through the ringer. Get your vault suits on, legends, and your laser rifles ready. This is Fallout.
Well, I'll be. More vault dwellers.
Lucy's heartbreak was sealed the moment she left the vault. Episode 2 is the cleanest example of this. Lucy hears a young girl calling for help from inside a building. Lucy doesn't hesitate. She holds to her ethics and goes in anyway.
Waste of time.
Doing the right thing is never a waste of time.
A dangerous fight ensues, but Lucy saves the girl's life. Lucy then continues on her journey with the girl. Not long after, mere moments down the path, the girl is killed by one of the factions they encounter. Just like that. This is a hardcore wasteland reality check. This is the world telling Lucy that it does not care about her intentions. Within moments of doing the right thing, the wasteland wipes it away. Every time she tries to act as a paragon of virtue, the wasteland pushes back hard, and she's forced to confront a brutal truth. You can't clean the wasteland with good intentions and a positive smile.
Question. What exactly is it you plan on doing once we find your daddy?
Gonna bring him to justice.
You think he deserves that?
I was raised to believe that's what everyone deserves. So people know that how they conduct themselves matters. They don't give up hope.
Well, I hate to break it to you, darling, but the way you was raised wasn't real.
Lucy honestly believes that if she treats people with kindness, then she will cultivate that same energy to flourish in the wasteland.
I realize we all have our cultural differences, but just so you know, I am nice.
To Lucy, helping people is instinctive. Being good is her default, because the world she grew up in was never exposed to the worst parts of humanity. Lucy's real journey for me comes down to two more emotionally charged moments. One with the Ghoul and one with her father. Let's start with the Ghoul. He's put in an impossible position. He has to choose between Lucy or the chance to save his family. And the Ghoul has been consistent with his motivation throughout the show, which is his wife and child. So of course he chooses them.
We're actually beginning to get along.
Yeah.
But Lucy completely loses it. She sees it as a betrayal. And she snaps. She clocks him straight in the chest with a power fist, sends him flying out of a window, and he ends up skewered like a kebab on a telephone pole. That reaction shows Lucy is no longer naive about the difference between what is moral and what is needed in the moment. She's not operating purely on ideals anymore. She's responding to the world as it is. This one's brutal.
Okie dokie.
If I said this situation had layers, that would be an understatement. Lucy ultimately chooses to implant a device in her father's head, a device capable of wiping his memory completely. And let's not forget who this man is to her. This is her dad, the man who raised her, the man who held her when she was small enough to fit in his hands. She watches as he wipes his own mind. It's harrowing. Hank looks at her with tears in his eyes just before he does it.
I love you, Sugar Pop.
Dad.
Every memory gone. Now, there's two reasons he would have done this. One, to keep the secrets of his clandestine employers, the Enclave, from being revealed. Or two, because he can't live with what he's done. More importantly, who he's become in her eyes. Either way, the moment lands heavy, legends. Lucy breaks down as her father no longer recognizes her. He speaks to her politely, of course, like a gentleman comforting a stranger, but that just makes it worse for her. You can see it in her eyes. Lucy has to mourn her father whilst also accepting he will never be brought to justice for his actions. It's a heartbreaking scene to watch. Her intentions were noble, her reasons were sound, and once again, the Wasteland bites back with an outcome that's just hollow and cruel. All of these moments, the girl she couldn't save, the betrayal she felt from the Ghoul, and finally, the loss of her father. They change her. They don't break her, they change her.
Yes, the surface changes a person.
Lucy comes to understand that good intentions don't guarantee good outcomes, that optimism alone doesn't clean the world, that morality, if it's going to survive, has to evolve. She loses that indoctrinated vault-bred optimism, and in its place, she develops something stronger. That's Lucy's journey. Not staying pure, not winning, just choosing to be good, even when the world makes it clear it won't reward her for it. And honestly, legends, in a wasteland like this, that might be the bravest thing anyone can do. That's all for today, legends. Thanks for joining me and Lucy in the Wasteland. Please like the video and subscribe for more Hex Effect. It really helps me grow the channel. I've been Hex, she's been adorable, and you've been legends. See you next time.